Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Scorpio Caesar here once again, and we're going to be talking today about those beautiful holographic video game box arts. I did a poll on Twitter, or is it X now, and a lot of people unanimously voted for box arts. That's right, it's not called cover arts, it's called box arts. Tomato, tomato. But I had to go back and retcon all the thumbnails for the previous episodes just to make it consistent. But with that out of the way, this is episode 5. We got some more beautiful holographic video games to look at. And maybe some of these were in your collection growing up. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, especially considering the popularity of some of these titles. So anyways, as always, welcome to the C's Arcade.
Get ready.
Alright, so let's take a look at Frequency on the PlayStation 2. This rhythm-based game has a visually pleasing box art, and the holographic effect is noticeable here, especially around the logo and those wavelengths that you got going around them. And yeah, it's not too noticeable back here in these areas, but it's definitely prominent there towards the middle. And it's one of those holographic effects that do indeed transfer over to the spine. Does it transfer to the back? Unfortunately, no. The back of the box art is pretty standard. Nothing to see there, but Frequency is not a bad way to start this video off. Alright, let's move on to Mortal Kombat Gold on the Sega Dreamcast. This is the hot new edition, which featured any bug fixes and also supported VGA. But look at this beautiful manual. You got the classic Mortal Kombat logo there with the Mortal Kombat Gold, and all that fire back there is holographic. Yes, let's get that out so we can get a closer look at that outside of the packaging. That flame effect in the background goes hard, and I mean it. Just look at how nice the holographic metallic effect goes for the flame effects in the background of this manual. Who's your favorite character in Mortal Kombat Gold? And for today's bonus, we have the Premium Edition Outer Box for Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles on the PlayStation Portable. And this is one that I used to own back in the days and foolishly sold it, so I had to buy it at a premium a few months back. But with that out of the way, I mean, just look at how nice the red and blue color scheme goes for this one. Metallic effect, as you can see, was ripped off a little bit here, probably due to some adhesive or tape that the previous owner had, but it's not gonna be a deal breaker. At least it doesn't affect the main artwork here on the front cover. What a gorgeous box, and hell, I mean, it matches my color scheme for today's video. Next up, we have Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, a game that needs no introduction, but I mean, just take a look at the effect they got going on here for the front cover of this manual, and it's very similar to the one used for Mortal Kombat Golds, but I don't know, me personally, I think it looks really nice with Spyro contrasting on the front of it, and of course the logo there. Let's pull this out real fast so we could take a closer look at some of the finer details without the glare from the CD case. If you own this one growing up, you truly had a special game on your hands. I kid you not. What a fantastic holographic effect for this one. Definitely one of my favorites. Next up, man, this is giving me high school vibes. I still remember the commercials for this game and seeing it on the store shelves, and yet I never got around to picking it up until later on. Here we have Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2. A stone cold classic with one of the most memorable box arts in existence today. I mean, just look at it. The logo's got that nice blue metallic here with that moon shaped heart in the background. You got Sora, Riku, Goofy, Kairi, and of course Donald. You got Disney characters sharing the spotlight with Square Enix characters, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, man, they don't really make them like this anymore, and it's a shame that some of the re-releases of this game did not have a holographic box art. Darn shame. I mean, it transfers over to the spine as well, and it's also quite apparent on the back. Whether you're a fan of the franchise or not, you have to admit this is definitely one of the best box arts in existence today. And last but not least, my favorite for today's episode is Lara Croft's Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness. Here we go. I mean, just look at this box art. I mean, look, you got Lara front and center here, looking all sassy and sexy, and that holographic effect shines through behind her with that blue flame in the back. And you got that nice rainbow effect going on there with the holographic effect. I mean, it even affects the Angel of Darkness of the logo. And that background there, which is kind of gothic architecture, that fence or whatever. What a gorgeous box art here. I'm just a huge fan of this one. Not the game itself. This is probably one of the worst controlling Tomb Raider games ever made, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to appreciate the box art, and that's what we're doing right now. I mean, just look at how gorgeous this looks, and Lara looking fine as well. The holographic effect does indeed carry over to the spine, which is always nice to see. You could definitely see it on the Angel of Darkness typography right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't really transfer over to the back of the box art, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean, you can go wrong with Lara Croft, and the Angel of Darkness is definitely one of the more memorable box arts in existence today, and my personal favorite of today's episode. So what did you all think of today's episode? Surely you had to own one of these in the past, or still do to this day, because some of these are pretty popular, especially Spyro 2 and Kingdom Hearts. Like me personally, I really am fond of how Ripto's Rage looks. I mean, that is just too damn good. And even the premium edition box for Ys 1 and 2 looks gorgeous. I mean, I just can't get enough of these holographic effects, and man, they just bring me back to my high school years, especially this one. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Remember to leave a comment down below if you owned any of these in the past. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and share the video with some of your friends. Remember, hitting that like button always goes the extra mile and helps the channel grow, as you're probably tired of hearing by now. Anyways, thank you all for taking the time and tuning in to today's episode. And without further ado, I wish you all a good game and good night.